this is an old Auroville community called La Ferme, and this is Sarah. So Sarah and me, we go back to 2014, 2006. Me and Deepa, my wife, we started the cafe, but it was like you had to reserve, and it was a couple of times a week, and then it was slowly happened a bit more. But then Sarah showed up in 2014, and we started really the cafe with. She's a vegan raw food chef, so we started with green smoothies and using the blue flower juice and start to experiment with a lot of things. The green papaya dish was definitely something she brought in the farm salad, and we started to explore together actually this wealth of cultural nutritional heritage. And I'd bring her something, she'd go, oh yeah, but this is like what we had in Thailand, and we did this, and oh yeah, we could do this like we had in Brazil. And so there was this endless sharing, and she'd make it sort of into something that you could eat. And then she was like, Krishna, I really need to start my own garden. So we sort of came here and we did the first few beds, but this place has, you know, evolved into one of the most beautiful little permaculture gardens. I say little, not in a diminutive way, little in the sense that it's not a huge area, and yet it is full of plants.
Yeah. Sons of Krishna.
So it's so full of plants, and Sarah is really using all those plants in very unique ways, dehydrating and making her own different types of food. So, Sarah.
Hello.
Yeah, hello, welcome, good evening. So, yeah, it was really my luck to meet Krishna here in Auroville, because he was my big inspiration to start this garden, you know. In Solitude, it was such a great time. I was not really involved in the farm, but in the kitchen, and I got to know all the local foods. So it was so amazing for me to see what an abundance of food we can grow all year round, you know, and how we can use it. And then it was obvious for me to start a garden, and especially permaculture, it makes so much sense, like they grow in Solitude, you know. It's like you feed the soil and it feeds you back, and it's so simple, and it makes so much sense that I think, yeah, everybody can do it. And I hope also to be an inspiration for other people to start, even if you have just a small garden. And my garden was very small in the beginning, like really we started these beds, I think about 5 years ago, some few beds and one banana tree, and then it just grew from there, you know. I'm not an expert, so I just like do but yeah, Solitude was my big inspiration.
And yet you are an expert because you actually live it on a daily level, you know.
Yes.
So I think the expertise is the time that you've given to it, no?
Yeah, we had just some delicious dinner now with many things from the garden, because all around here is edible. So yeah, you cannot buy these things in a shop, you know, and these are the most valuable things that they're just here.
What have you got?
Yeah, we got the chicken spinach in the salad, and some of these mushroom leaves, and some of the tips of the passion fruit, they are getting huge now. So yeah, the small leaves you can add to salads, and then the pipli leaves, which are over there, the small leaves. So there are plenty of leaves, and spring onions back there.
Indian oregano.
Indian oregano was in the salad dressing, some grated green papaya. So it was basically a huge salad. I'm not cooking so much anymore because I used to cook a lot in Solitude. So now I keep it simple and I eat it raw. Yeah, exactly. So you want to quick round before it gets dark and before the mosquitoes all come?
No, now we've gotten used to the mosquitoes.
I guess most of the plants you must have seen in Solitude, because now you were there now three days, so yeah. And most of the plants usually initially came from Solitude also, you know. It was my start, so yeah, it's always good to have a farm where you can get the first
But what's nice is so many plants come back to Solitude from here.
Yes.
And they're going other places, and they're going there, and then they're going here, and it's like there's a group of us, you know, and
So it's an exchange. Look, you bring me some tomatoes and I give you some
Oh wow!
tomatoes.
What's
some
this
of
one?
mine
Another variety?
I don't know.
Oh, fantastic!
I
I don't
have
know
so
what I
many
gave you either.
different, so
Wonderful,
You
thank
know.
you.
that's a great thing if you have people that grow. So yeah, I don't really know where to walk because
Should we start
there's
from
so
here?
many-
This
Yeah,
path?
we can start this path. I mean, here it's just my big nursery with all things that I'm going to plant out now this month.
Under the mosquito net.
Yes, it's just with pipes, and here also it's a lot of tomatoes and cucumbers and chilies and lettuce.
Your
And
cat?
Hmm?
Your cat?
my cats,
Yeah.
I think they run away. So many people, they are afraid. You saw my cats already.
And in the morning time, the passion fruit flowers.
Yeah.
You show the last video.
Oh,
Did you follow her too?
Everything.
Most
Okay.
obedient students.
This is the man, one of the
great.
men behind the camera. Main guy behind the camera.
So you see here papayas hanging. That will be my breakfast tomorrow. So I don't have to worry to go to a shop. I just can pluck them, no, and it's there.
But only the one which has become yellow, right?
Yeah, these ones are ready. You could eat them now even. They are like slightly yellow and they are really ready to eat. One day more and the animals will eat it up.
What a massive trout over there.
What animals do you have here that would eat them?
Papaya?
Huh?
The papaya?
Ah, yes.
Quite massive.
Yeah, that's a massive tree, and I cut it, the big, really high trees, you know, and then they make the side branches.
So you've been doing this for over 15 years.
No, 5 years ago, but 5 years ago I planted a banana tree, and then slowly, you know.
No, but you're in the whole permaculture since 2004.
5 years.
Ah, really? Wow.
This was nothing here 5 years ago. It was empty. It was just some cactus and some stones. It was like a stone garden. That's why all the big stones.
And do you have help or is it yourself?
I do it myself,
No ways.
and from time to time, yeah, I have some help, but I do it myself mainly.
So you've grown all of this.
Yes, I grew everything, every single plant. Yeah, this is, you know, like the mulch, like you made in Solitude, I guess, no? So now I just preparing the beds for the season, and then I have the structures for the cucumbers and the bitter gourd. I made a structure, and these are very easy. Last year I did them with bamboo, but it holds 1 year with the termites, and now I
You
got.
made this yourself.
I just got some pipes,
And these are
Three-
actually creepers, right?
just 3 pipes and another pipe on top.
Sorry,
Very-
what plant did you say this is?
This is cucumber, and this is bitter gourd, Karela. And then another one is cucumber, and then on the back I have another one with the basella spinach, and probably I will make some. There's another one
And
with
her soil
cucumber.
is so good.
So-
Yeah.
The amount of cucumber she has, it's just, she started doing all sorts of preserves and stuff, amazing.
Is it because the cucumber gets heavy, that's why you need that?
Well, no, it's too. You know, if I would plant them on the ground, they will take out the whole. But if I make structures, you see, on the edge of the
vertical
structure, I
space.
can plant all the salad, the rocket, the radish, so we have double space.
Intelligent.
You know, when you have a small garden, you can grow like this. And there's the lady fingers here.
Thank you for bringing us here, Krishna.
Taste one.
There's a lot of different
They're so
perspectives.
delicious. Some pumpkin.
And there's the
growing
insulin
here.
plant, the really big insulin plant.
Yeah, that's everywhere
The
now.
Rosella.
I got one from Krishna, and then you know you make cuttings, and now I have them in everywhere in the garden. You know, so I try to plant everything a little bit everywhere because so. Oh my God! Yeah, that's why I'm exhausted. Just only 100% in the garden. I'm going to, on the back side, and the tree collapsed here. This one, look, with the whole passion fruit on it. Straight, this, with the rainstorm, and he collapsed all the passion. Nothing really, but yeah, that was all covered here with passion fruit. Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's canyon on the, so they probably will fall, many of them.
And this is for the rainwater to harvest.
That's a natural, it was like this.
Really?
Yeah, we can go down. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's no. So, look, the lychee tree is really coming nice. So, the sugarcane collapsed. Yeah, here now. It's messy. Oh, I want that for so long. Yes? A cutting or something. Must be great. Yeah? Yes, I mean, they are still green, but there were some falling that I could catch, yes. Yeah.
She has so much, she
I have.
doesn't worry.
I love that. You can also, no, we cannot walk down here, but the tree collapsed in the rainstorm. So it's a little bit messy here now. So that's yeah, we can go that way, sure. I think so. So this all pineapples on the edge. That was my old edge of the garden, because this part is just 1 year old, these fruit trees. I started exactly a year ago. I started these fruit trees. Yeah, exactly.
Guys, why don't you go on and let Sarah stay there, because then everyone can hear.
Yeah, I love noni. Yeah, it's so great.
Pineapple.
Yeah,
Go down a
look,
bit,
it's all pineapples
so
here.
people can come in, and then everyone can listen to what Sarah
Yeah,
has
we
to
are so
share.
many people now. That's all pineapples. This behind you is all pineapples. Yes. One pineapple, but the next year another one and another one. So we plant them once.
So Sarah can share with us all.
So
Need a hand? I'm good. Thank you.
He's injured by the land, but not defeated by it. Just push down a fraction, and then Sarah will share how this section of the farm has emerged.
yeah, so all this part is just 1 year old. Exactly 1 year ago, we planted this fruit tree. Me and a friend, he was here as a visit also. So we took out all the creepers, and now I have some place to plant fruit trees. And you see here is all pineapples, and that was the old border of the garden actually, where I put all the pineapples. They're in the middle now, they're like dividing the garden. So yeah, I have plenty of pineapples. I think about 500 pineapples now in my garden. And even last week I could harvest pineapples, and there's more coming over there. So if you plant them continuously, I realized that you have always pineapples almost all year round. So that's
Guys.
really great. Things that you, yeah, maybe don't
And what
even
about all
know.
the fruit trees, Sarah?
And the fruit trees,
What's this one?
that's noni, and I really love it. I mean, it's just a year old and it gives so much fruits. There is another noni on top. Yes.
And you planted with a seed or?
No, it was this big. It was like a small, yeah, small tree. And there is mango, and there is a ramphal tree here. Lots of soursop also.
And we've got the lychee, no?
The
Where's
lychee is back
no?
there, some mango, and yeah, I mean plenty of, and star fruit is there as well, which gave the first fruits this year, and guavas. Yeah, you don't see them, some are really small still.
Some mangoes, jackfruits.
And then down is all turmeric and ginger.
What do we do for the birds?
Oh yes.
Eat all the fruit away.
Huh?
What do you do for the birds?
Well, I have to eat them first. Yeah.
Already
And
plant.
and plant it.
There, yes,
Yeah, already done.
It's fine, there is so much. She has abundance.
Some are for the animals.
Yeah, you give a portion. And she also has a lot of
5%.
mulberry as well. A lot of
Yes,
mulberry
I
growing.
planted Mary mulberry
Yeah.
trees now. Yeah.
How do you then pluck these pineapple? How do you know when it's 100% ready?
Smell.
When it's ready, yeah, you smell them from far away, and they get yellow. You know, they start. I couldn't show you now. There is one there which is red. Then they turn green. Then they turn orange and yellow. And then when you smell them, you know that it's ready. Yeah, by the color.
Natural structures?
Yes, yes. Yeah, that's just from the land is like this. And I'm going to plant more fruit trees here, and in between the fruit trees I will plant pumpkins to cover the ground, and sweet
And
potatoes.
the sugar cane coming up here.
Now there is no ground cover, but
We just did.
I will cover
we just did about
everything.
400 or 500 sugar cane now
currently-
in the farm. Like how we got our turmeric and pineapple narrative. The sugar
Okay.
cane is like a narrative in the
yeah,
farm
this
now.
collapsed, and I want to have some more.
Then you just can cut that and plant it again immediately.
I can make several
one there,
sticks from this,
You can make like about 8 or 9.
and then I can plant it. Wow.
Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
this is your
Yes.
node.
Okay. Great. Because
What's
sugarcane
really
is great.
interesting is here is also the way the soil before is degraded, you know, because it keeps running off. And by putting these pineapples, she's actually doing erosion control. And by planting these trees, it's like all this water that collects is like a river here. It just boom, it gets sucked in the ground. You know, it's actually super beneficial for the land as well. No, you must have seen a change
Yes.
in how the
Yes. Absolutely. It's true. Yeah, and I'm gonna plant more fruit trees, and now on top I got some light because this tree fell, so probably there is a good area
is
there
that a new tap there?
to plant. No, that was there before.
But it works.
It works, yes.
Wow.
That's Seba's.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And also what's interesting here is I keep trying to point out to you know that the nature doesn't follow the rules. Like Sarah last summer, she was harvesting sweet potatoes. I said, come on, what is that? Sweet potato you have to harvest in February or March. I said, well, I've got sweet potatoes. Like, I don't know how. She don't know how. How is she getting pineapple now? Pineapple doesn't come now. You create a food forest of this much intensity, the things will do things out of the rule book, out of the normal thing. And that's really beautiful. Yeah.
So, yeah. And whatever I have a lot, you know, like papayas and bananas, sometimes I get really a lot, I will dehydrate them as well, or freeze them and make ice cream. And, yeah.
And her
like
food
this.
is so good.
See any water lines here like we saw in.
Because
Behind
it's
you.
in the ground.
Also, that is for the rainwater to.
No, that's the sprinklers. Look.
I got the sprinklers for irrigation.
Sprinklers, not the rainwater.
Yeah, I have a different system. Yeah, here I do it with sprinklers. Yes.
And you do it alone, or
What the?
you do it all the farm alone, or like you have a helping hand? So
Yes, I mean I will have a helping hand to take out this tree because I don't manage myself. But otherwise I do it myself. Yes, the trenches and the planting and the nursery. Right now is a busy time. It's just the month where I work the most. There are, you know, weeks where I don't do anything, and there are weeks where I'm continuously in the garden, like the past few weeks. Yeah.
And then
Prepare
there's weeks
all the
where she's
beds.
preparing seed packets
Yes.
and doing the little. These guys are actually the most incredible artists. They're a team. They do like amazing murals and things.
painting on seed bottles, and you have
So
that,
many things they do. Yeah.
on the blackboard.
So the other time she may be engaged in that or doing some other work
Yeah.
or food processing or
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's yeah. You know everything. Wow. You're good informed.
How big?
How big? It's about 800 square meters. Like in acre, I think a quarter of an acre.
almost a quarter of an
Almost little less than a quarter of an acre.
Quarter acre is about
Yeah.
1,000 square meters. Approximately.
43,000 square feet by 4 is 15,000 square
Yes. So yeah, you don't need a huge farm, like many acres, to grow a lot of different foods and plants. You know, like.
Sorry, what is the area here?
Quarter of
16,000 square feet.
No,
One-
three
one-
quarter.
No, little less than 1/4 of an acre.
Less than a quarter.
Less than a quarter.
An acre is approximately 4,000 square meters, and this is 800 square meters. So Sarah is illustrating how you can provide abundance on such a small land. But the way that it works is that she actually knows how to use all these things. You know,
Yeah.
there's no wheat here. There's no apples here. There's no grapes here. Not grapes, not yet. There's so many things that are not here. But she lives. Her food is like that of such a high quality food, so tasty, nutritious.
This is the parameter of the land.
Yeah, it's all canyon around. So my garden is now it's the size. It cannot get bigger. And I started it very small, just around the house. You know, in the beginning it was maybe 300 square meter. It was like
These coconut
tiny.
trees is also planted.
No, that's not
No,
anymore.
up to this tap. The
up to the top, a little bit more than behind the top,
just
this
the bush,
area,
bush
and then it's finished. Yeah, then it's canyon all around.
How did you learn, Sarah? Like, did you?
I learned in solitude by just observing and then learning by doing. You know, like.
So you had no background in this at all. You just came here.
Yes,
and learned.
no background at all. I'm not an expert, and I think nobody has to be because it's so simple. You know, when you follow the things like in solitude with the trenches, and then you do it and you realize it makes so much sense. You know, especially with trenches and giving all the material, the organic matter
It's the
back
first
to the
characteristic
soil.
of this narrative.
This
It's
is
easy to do.
yeah.
It's non-exclusive information. Anyone can learn it. Anyone can start it today, you know.
Yes.
She just started, and very quick time, this place started to look really amazing.
Very beginning, I joined one permaculture workshop like you guys, and then I was I have to start my garden, and I planted just one papaya tree, and that was the start, you know. It died, but doesn't matter. I mean, afterwards I planted a banana, and then around the banana tree I planted some spinach, and then I planted something else around that, and like this my garden grew, you know, like you don't have to, you start somewhere and it will just grow by itself. That's what nature does, no, it just grows. We don't have to do a lot. Yeah.
So Sarah, this is not made by you, that trench. It was naturally there.
Yeah, that was naturally here.
Canyon.
Yes, it's a canyon. So, yeah. Maybe we can walk up here.
So you put, because I thought the pipes are put intentionally so that the water can come as a waterfall.
These pipes I had to put because when I planted the fruit trees last year, it was just during the rainy season, and we had some heavy rain that year. And I was scared that the water would flush off all the land and the fruit trees because they were tiny, you know.
Right,
and it was like for protection of the land,
Right.
not to be flushed away all. Because we cleared the whole land, it was covered with like forest things and creepers and thorns and yes, can we move on? That's soursop, for sure you saw it also now in Solitude.
Yes, we did.
And lots of turmeric and ginger, it's around here. And it's getting dark, no? You have to, you can walk up here, there's some kind of stairs. This way. And look, I can show you my other nursery. Which is here.